Yo, yo, yo.
I was going to talk about altcoins on this show, but then this happened. This
happened.
green candle.
Green candle. And the start of November, buddy. And you know, we've been excited for this month. We're thinking this is going to be the biggest month in crypto history for November. And off of history, we shall see if history repeats. Next big exciting thing, obviously, is Bitcoin's highest monthly close in history. So big talking points, big thing on the alts, and total 3 is right there. So,
okay, big question. Would you put your money in alts in November, or would you put your money in Bitcoin?
Alts, definitely alts. I just want Bitcoin to do well. Bitcoin does well, my alts do well.
Definitely alts. I think today what we should talk about is which alts. Some of our calls have been fantastic for those people who got into RUNE last week.
Yeah, RUNE's done amazing. 100%.
To the moon. All right, so today we're going to talk about which alts. We're going to talk about positioning yourself for November. Probably one of the biggest months we're ever going to see in crypto. So we're going to position ourselves for November. And yeah, we'll talk about dominance as well. We'll talk about alts. We'll make sure you guys are ready to make some huge money in November. So let's get this one going. Let's get this show on the road.
What's up? Here comes our super sniper Sheldon. What's up? We love our crypto sniper Sheldon. Super sniper Sheldon. Crypto sniper Sheldon. This is our Sheldon. Oh, this is our Sheldon. Smash those likes. Yes.
Smash those likes.
Yo. Okay, first of all, let's just welcome all the new people to our channel. Welcome to Crypto Banter. You have finally come to the right place. This is a place where you can learn about Bitcoin, learn about crypto. We also have masterclasses. I don't know if you guys have seen Sheldino Tentino's masterclasses. There have been 4 masterclasses so far. They started off with like a very basic thing, like what is TradingView? I see 51,000 people have watched that. Then how to use timeframes on TradingView, then how to organize your portfolio, then using and drawing trend lines on TradingView. So everything that you need to become a master trader, everything that you need to become a sniper is all available on our channel for free. And the best thing is that they're actually short videos, like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes. So in like 7 minutes a day, you guys can learn exactly how to become snipers. Free. It's like sniper school, but it's free and it's open to everyone. Yeah. This is it. This is where you become a sniper. And I keep saying that you think it's hard to become a sniper, but Sheldino Tentino 1 year ago was still a carpenter. 1 year later, he's a multi-millionaire in crypto, drawing charts, teaching thousands of people every single day. So it can happen to anyone. All you need to do is you need to spend the time learning. He did it because he spent time reading and learning and watching YouTube videos, and he honed in on his talent. So you can do the same. And it's fucking free. Okay, it's like there's no excuse. 7 minutes and it's free. I mean,
yeah, come on.
You know, maybe we should actually charge for it because then maybe people will watch it because they like to pay for shit. It's true. Anyway, let's not rant. It's been a long weekend. I went to a party this weekend with Fred. Bad mistake. Bad mistake. Do not go partying with Fred. But Fred was happy. He was happy the whole weekend. He smiled ear to ear the whole weekend. It's a great time. Me and Fred had a great time. Alrighty, let's get to the charts. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, like this video, get this content out. This is a channel for degens. No Bitcoin maximalists allowed here, unless you want to learn about altcoins. This is where we degen into altcoins. So let's start off with the charts. Let's look at Bitcoin. I love the part, as I say degens, he puts on the disclaimer. Like this is entertainment purposes only, is it? He doesn't make the rules, the SEC does. Okay, let's talk about charts.
Charts, buddy. So Bitcoin, obviously the big talking point, the main thing is the highest monthly close. that we've ever had in Bitcoin. So this is massive. You know, in the May, we had a close in the region of 59K. And yesterday, we managed to close at around $62,000. So this is the highest point we've ever seen, which is fantastic. And as you can see, we're slowly making our way up into the next critical zones for Bitcoin. And I'm seeing this happen very quick. I'm seeing this between Jan and Feb, I think is the temporary top for now. We'll see obviously as we move. But this is the chart that I showed you guys a while ago. And, you know, we marked off all the golden crosses. You know, history is just repeating itself beautifully. We had the golden cross a few months ago. Look how beautifully it reacted from that. And we can see now we're in the Q4 phase where we're seeing a massive push. Now, what's very exciting is, you know, before this, the last time we had the highest close from a monthly, Bitcoin closed at around 15K. You know, we had the previous run over here. And the last time just before this now, we closed off at this area over here. And you can see very clear what happened after that. We really start to go into a really exciting stage. And this is something where I'm seeing happening now, where we got a massive strong leg of continuous month or two of really big candles. And, you know, we really get into that point. You know, if I start looking at the monthly, another strong leg to the top, if I go to the much higher time frame, it is getting to a really much higher time frame parabolic run, where Bitcoin literally made itself from 3K last year all the way to, let's say, 100, 200,000K. And then we soon shall see, will there be a 2-3 year bear cycle and then the continuation for Bitcoin to 500K to $1 million? We will see project as we move. At least we know where we are sitting now. History is repeating and we are getting the same movements at the exact same times and the same signals. And off of that, you know, we look at that to PlanB's tweeting as well, to his tweets. I'm not sure if you do have it there, Ran, where, you know, he looked at a 63K close. We closed at around 62. So, you know, a 3% gap or 2% gap. I still put my, you know, I still bow down to him very much for what he selected. And now what he then saw is we saw gradual growth in his tweets, where it was little bit. And then literally from October to November, we're seeing from a 62, he's seeing all the way to a 98K. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a few percent off. Do you see how he's seeing a really strong acceleration at this time now? And then also a massive acceleration through December. So what are you thinking, Ran? Are you disappointed that he didn't get it perfect? Or are we still on track? Your opinion. You're on silent, buddy. You're on mute.
Bitcoin did touch 63, which is exactly what he said. It didn't close at 63. He also made the prediction in November. So November, in June for November. So just think about like calling it that closely so many months ago. I think is good to go. He's seeing the parabolic bull run. Everybody's seeing the parabolic bull run. So he's seeing the 98 in November and December 135. And he's also seeing an extended bull cycle. He said that the cycle is going to be extended because the stock to flow model is going to, every stock to flow model, the cycle gets longer and longer and longer. I'm just trying to find that tweet. So, I mean, if he's right about what he's saying, I actually want to see him talking about a prediction for after December. I'm very interested to see what happens after December. Regardless of what PlanB said about Bitcoin, the real action was actually in the Metaverse stocks. So since Mark Zuckerberg... Yeah, so Mark Zuckerberg came out last week and said that Facebook was changing its name to Meta. He then described the Metaverse, what is a Metaverse? And I think that was the first time that anyone's actually come out to the general public and said stuff like, what is a Metaverse? How's a Metaverse going to work? And a lot of people have said that speech that Mark Zuckerberg made, and we'll post it on the later show, that speech is the equivalent of Steve Jobs' speech when he first launched the app. This whole phone with apps. But people say that Mark Zuckerberg's speech will actually make Steve Jobs' speech, like it'll dwarf Steve Jobs' speech because it's so much more relevant. And since he said that, every single Metaverse stock just went absolutely parabolic. I mean, I'll show you some of them just to give you an idea of what happened. If you're in the Metaverse stocks, I think well done. If you're not in the Metaverse stocks, I kind of think that maybe you've missed this run. I think they ran too much. So let's look at Decentraland, which is one of the original Metaverse stocks. And look at that.
Wow.
So it went from 80 cents and it went all the way up to $4. And I mean, I'll just show you some other ones which were amazing. Sandbox, there was another one. So the Sandbox, okay, a little bit down today, starting to get into some kind of reality, but here, let's quickly just give you a longer time frame. Okay, so that's what happened to the other Metaverse stocks. So it went from 78 cents to $2.25. Has come down a bit, and there is some kind of reality setting into the market. I think if you missed it, sit on the sidelines, because if you chase this pump, I think you're going to land up paying big premiums.
Yeah, we'll get the entries. We'll wait for some decent pullbacks and then we'll get in there.
Yeah.
What are we thinking this whole meme thing, right? Everything is just absolutely... I actually bought like a little bit of green Shiba as a gamble coin, as a little... I don't know. I'm just having a little bit of fun. I just slowly just put little bits there because it's absolutely ridiculous on these meme coins.
One of my indicators for a real bull market, an uncontrollable bull market, is when people are investing in coins because they're gambling. So you switch from investing mode into fun. And fun is great when fun goes up, but fun is not great when fun comes down.
Yeah.
And we're at that point in the market where people are putting, money into Doge, into Shiba, into Flocky, into green Shiba, red Shiba, blue cat, red bunny. I don't know. All these.
And they're all pumping 100% a day. It's crazy. I don't even understand what is happening with
you ask one of those TikTok investors, and they are the ones driving this. You say to them, can you please tell me what Shiba does? Just tell me, what is it? Is it a smart contract network, or is it a payments network? Just ask one of them, and then the answer will be they don't know. And then that means that the minute that this market has a little bit of a shake, those meme coins are going to go all the way back down.
All the way through. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's rather stick to investing in fundamentals, and then when the market comes down, we can relax.
With that. Yes. Okay, amazing. Okay, cool, guys. So I obviously had the view now of Bitcoin larger time frame and where we're looking at on the monthly. Fantastic news. Short time frame now, jumping to the 4 hour and 8 hour. We are now getting a really beautiful engulfing candle, a green engulfing candle. So it's taken the bears, the last 2 days to try bring the price a little bit down. We got a bit of rejection on the actual trend. And now we have smashed completely through, volume starting to come back and getting November to a great start. So what I am looking at with Bitcoin, you can see it had the small break. We smashed through a higher high, which is great. Little test back down. And I am seeing the continuation over the next week to get back to all-time highs, as well as going to the 70, 80K sort of region. So I do think momentum is going to move quite quickly. And I think the markets are going to start moving very, very quickly. So looking for those good specials. Makes sense, because remember, now you're getting entries that you can hold now, and making money actually becomes a lot easier. So looking at the dominance at the same time, I love that dominance is just not, even though we had this nice little green candle from Bitcoin, and you can see how the dominance had a small little green candle over there. Let me just remove this for now. There we go. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin holds, and all of a sudden, we have another red candle from dominance. So dominance is still in favor of the actual market in general. Not really picking between Bitcoin and alts right now. It's running both at this point. And I think obviously the big reason, the one I was still speaking about last week, was the Ethereum move, and the fact that Ethereum is sitting so close to all-time high. Guys, it broke it. And what people don't think is, yes, it didn't break and completely run. What you don't understand is how important it was for Ethereum to break that wall. Because we've had 3 attempts previously where we've had double tops, where as soon as it gets there, rejected. Remember, there's always going to be selling walls at very key levels. And at all-time highs, there's always specific levels where we just hit through, get rejected. And as soon as we start breaking through and really remove that wall is when we can really start the massive moves and taking Ethereum quickly to $6,000. So now what's nice about this is we broke through the wall. And now what we've done is we formed a nice little bullish candle, a bull flag, as you can call it, over there. And the break of this flag is when I see real euphoria hitting Ethereum, and I see Ethereum making its way very quickly up to the 6,000K region. If Bitcoin's going to make its way to 98K this month, let's say it gets there, right? Where's Ethereum going to make it? I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum at a 6K all the way to an 8K Ethereum at the end of this. So you can see how quickly we're expecting the actual market to move. Jumping back quickly, dominance if we do continue this very long streak, I like that we've been getting lower lows. We're looking really much into the alt favor right now. But I do know that as long as Bitcoin creeps up slowly to all-time high territory, at some point we are going to have a little push up from dominance. And then the next real leg, and I think this big leg is going to come through in December where the alts move. So I do think Bitcoin, it's still going to be a big November for Bitcoin. And the alts are going to gradually grow with it. And we're going to have the random alt pumps in between. And that's going to be off of the big fundamental news. And then I think the December is going to be really big. Now, one that, if you have missed, and I still think it's really, really important to be stocking up on is DOT. Because it's DOT week this week. And the parachains are set to go live. Let's see what happens this week. But, I'm looking at DOT chart-wise. Look how quickly it was where Bitcoin made that quick green candle. And look how quickly DOT is to react. And that is broken up beautifully. So I am calling, last calls for DOT between $43 and $44 to be stocking up. And this will be a good, I would say, monthly to a Q4 hold. We will see how we end off this month. But what it's going to do is this week has the potential now to get DOT to break all-time high. Now, DOT finally made a really strong move, and it started moving. Let's get back to log. There we go. And it really started, getting a bit of momentum, and it always slows down when we get to all-time highs. Remember the big walls that they are selling over here? 1 touch, 2 touch, and we hit the 3 touch. And what's going to finally get it through that and finally get momentum is news. And then what I'm looking at, a strong push from DOT, breakthrough, test as support, a simple RS flip, and then make its way up between the $150 to the $200 region in the range of the next month or the next 2 months. So DOT off of news, you're still catching it great. We're still at a really early stage. And remember, we are using these logarithmic channels to know that when I'm getting into any of these bigger alts, I want to be in the bottom half of the channel. I don't want to be in the top. So you catching DOT just before it's about to really get into the next sort of levels. And, looking at that to where Solana is as well. This is one I haven't been massively, obviously, because I just lost my hair, but I've always loved Solana and actually held it. And Solana was one that I was still looking at here, that we are still early with Solana in the early parts. What do you got to say there, Ren? I know you jumped on.
I'm thinking next week is the Solana conference. So I'm thinking Solana conference next week. All the Solana projects are going to be in one place. There's going to be a huge buzz around Solana. I think there's going to be, the whole of Lisbon is basically sold out. You can't get accommodation in Lisbon anymore. So I think that what's going to happen is towards the end of the week, Solana is going to start picking up. Next week, Solana is going to fly. And all the Solana coins are also going to fly. Then at the end of next week, I think Solana is going to pull back. So exactly the same as what happened with Fantom. Lots of hype during the conference. After the conference, the hype dies down, shakes out the weak hands, and then back up again. So it's exactly what happened to Fantom. If you call up a Fantom chart, just call up a Fantom chart and you can see it. So you see what happened. Okay, we had a huge pump.
Yeah, massive pump.
Massive pump. Then we had a slight pullback. We had a slight pullback from like 330 back down to 260, and now we're back up at 280. I think exactly the same thing is going to happen on Solana. So you have been warned, you have been told. Saber, Mango Markets, Synthetify. What are the other good Solana? Serum Radium. All these ones are going to have a run next week. So prepare yourselves. Don't say you weren't told. Again, assuming that the market continues to run.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident it will. So, looking here, last little calls for Solana for that pump. We're still catching it a little bit earlier. It's like catching FTM 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So Solana, I'm looking at, we will see on TPs and how we work on next week. But before this breakout, I love that they're all getting this wall at all-time highs. As soon as it gets there, it gets rejected, and then it slowly makes its way through. And this is good. This is where we're getting to another cup and handle, beautiful cup, handle breakouts, and send it to the region of $350 to $400. That's just to touch, obviously, the middle trend. Now, if it is for a Q4 hold, even if it's for, if it's not just for the pump, for getting it for the next 3 months, I'm still seeing $1,000 to $1,400 Solana. So, if you're looking to hold, and, I'll be looking at a 50% entry now in Solana. And if there's any other specials, I'll be adding in more. But I want to hold this for the next 3 months. You know what I mean? The chart is still showing some massive, massive growth without trading and actually getting in and out. So Solana is a big one, definitely. And you remember the power. You know, I love that we caught Coti, guys. Everyone should be in the Coti trade. We got it in again last week, and Coti went all the way up to 70 cents. It's broken out beautifully. It's made the higher high. And now I'm looking for a continuation to get it between $1.5 to $2 over the next month. So,
Coti Mainnet 2. Coti Mainnet 2 is launching tomorrow. Is that it right? Tomorrow? Soon. Coti Mainnet 2 launches tomorrow. It's a massive development. I would be surprised if Coti doesn't hit $1. I would be, and I'm not saying it's going to hit it this week, but riding this momentum, Coti hits $1.
And what I like about Coti is it's broken back into the second half. So this is where, you know, as soon as you see how we slowly make our way to these areas over here, and we really get the breakthrough, you can see the acceleration that we start to get in the second phase of the actual channel. And I love that we have now entered back in. We went down shortly, and now I'm seeing a massive move. So Coti, definitely one of the bigger ones. One of my favorite ones for now as well is in the DeFi space as well. It is Sushi. Just for another 4, you know, I called it again, and I'm calling it again now because we're at the last point of entry before we're about to break out of our zone now. I've given you guys the stop loss. And as you can see, I've given you 3 TPs as well. So I am seeing it go all the way to $40, $40 to $50. And we'll obviously see how we're looking at the end of this month and where we're sitting at. Now, RUNE, guys, RUNE was a big one. RUNE's already hit my shorter time frame TP2. So you should have been making some really good money. You should be sitting with a little bit of cash. So any other specials I've given you guys now as well, you're able to enter. So we've already hit 2 massive TPs on there. I'm allowing the third one at all-time high, and then the remaining to run completely through. So with RUNE, you should be sitting, you know, since we got in at our second entries, you'll be sitting at 91 to 92% profit in 1 week. So that's fantastic. And I am seeing it run all the way to all-time highs now. And what's nice is by taking a little bit of profits on the way, when RUNE finally has a day where it's got a nice big little quick shakeout, you know, we're able to capitalize with the profits that we made at that point. So never be afraid to take some sort of profits along the journey, because we will be buying back with that money and reinvesting in the actual markets. So that's looking great. Sushi, let me just make sure again. So Sushi was good. Theta, I saw Theta had a really nice pullback, and it's come perfectly into buy zone again. So this is a really good higher high. It went all the way to 8.5. It's now come straight back. The stop loss now gets reduced a bit more to that region over there, and I'm seeing $12 to $13 for the next target. I am then seeing $20 to $24, and then I'm seeing all the way, I'm sure that shifted over, to $30 to $36 on the next actual move up. And what's exciting with Theta, and why I'm bringing up again, I've spoken it 3 times last week, is where we are sitting on this actual. I've shown you guys these channels. Look where you're catching Theta. This is still one of my big bargains, and one that I would not be missing out at all. And obviously jumping to Sushi. See that Sushi's got theirs as well. And what's nice is, you know, you draw these channels in, and I'll show you guys again, taking the bottom, taking to the top, and seeing where these coins can actually move. You know, it's showing me a couple $100 Sushi, and we could obviously see as we progress in the actual market. Are you there, Random Man? Get this up.
I'm here.
Are you there? Are you busy searching over there? Cool.
I'm busy searching for degens.
Yeah. We need degens. We in so many of these damn coins now, so many entries, and VET is still one of my absolute favorites. There's VET, guys. VET. Buy VET. I'm telling you, buy VET.
So I see a breakout in DFYN. We've been calling DFYN to break out for a long time, and I think it's finally got a heartbeat. Just poof. Maybe call up the DFYN chart and let's see if this is a real heartbeat or if this is just a fake out. Because, you know, DFYN, if it does pump, can go moon.
Yeah, it does. It moves very, very quickly.
Can go moon soon. But only if it's a real breakout on the charts.
Cool. Let's have a look. It's loading up. Boom. Yeah, trend breakouts. You can see it very, very clear. So there's
That's what I thought.
Beautiful breakouts. Beautiful.
So what would you do now? Would you buy now or wait?
Yeah. This is where you buy, and the lowest it can go from here, well, if it does test at any point, is 58 cents. So I go 50 in now, If it does go a bit cheaper, otherwise I'll let it with my 50%, let it ride a bit, and we'll catch the rest as we go. But this is where you want to buy for a hold. This is where you want to buy, definitely.
Okay. That's a good one. What about ThorChain? So ThorChain had a breakout. RUNE had a breakout. Question is, too much too quickly?
Not really. You know what I mean? We're at that point. We're nearly getting to the halfway mark, which is around the $30 region. So I'd probably see it rally all the way to all-time highs, do the same as the other coins, where it gets there, gets stuck a little bit for a while, and then we get the next explosion. So RUNE is still great for me. I won't be buying yet. There will be some buys that will come in the next few days whenever we've got a nice dip.
Okay, let me hit you with these are all degen coins, so these are small bets. The token symbol is Tech, crypto meta. It's a game. The game didn't launch very well because what the company did by mistake was they released all the tokens into the market instead of just releasing the first allocation of tokens.
Oh, wow, I heard of that.
A dumb mistake. And so that took the price all the way down. It went down. But what I'm seeing now, which is why I think there may be something here, is I see that it's kind of got this like uptrend. So it's like it hit the bottom, it stayed at the bottom for a long time, and then I kind of see like an uptrend. And the question is this an uptrend that's actually going to continue?
Well, it's a breakout trend. You know, right now we've had 3 rejection points over here, which is all of this resistance over here. So the break of that will send it quite quickly to the round, you know, the 25-40 cents region. So it's just getting rid of all the sell walls here. Yeah, I'd wait for the break of this trend over here. And then I'll start aping it, definitely.
You know what we mustn't forget also is that in 10 days, the Polkadot Auctions start. Can't forget that. I think a lot of people have forgotten that in 10 days, the auctions are going to start. So what I think is happening in the background for DOT is I think people are just accumulating so that they can stake them in the crowd loans. It's up a little bit. I mean, it's at, what are we at? We are at $44, I think. Just check that out on your thing and tell us what you think about DOT.
Yeah, DOT, absolute bargain. Definitely. DOT is, you know, and what's nice about it, it's just about to break into the second half of the channel. So, and the next all-time high break of DOT is when we're really going to get an acceleration. You know, it can send it to $80 to $100 very quickly.
Okay, let's see if there's anything else on my good list. I think Sunny Markets, it's a Solana project trading at 28 cents. I think it's before the Solana conference, it will run.
Let's have a look. I think it's important to get into these eco coins now. Solana, DOT, you know what I mean? It's diversifying a bit more now, and we'll obviously bring it all back together after the news.
You know what also broke out finally, hallelujah, is Superfarm. I think it's going back to $4, but I think it's not going to happen in one day. Because remember, it is about a metaverse play. Yeah, look at Superfarm.
Let's have a look.
Now you tell me, is that not the breakout that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely. So it went all the way to 1.2. Yeah. So we were speaking about a super breakout last week over here. So you'd already be at least 30% in profits there. And now we're making our way to the second part of the channel, which can send it up. You know, my first targets are looking at around 2.8 to 3.2 for this leg. And then once we really start breaking out and we can get above this channel, then we can start looking at a much higher target. So super is good. If you hold it for Q4, yes.
Okay, I'm going to look at our Binance portfolio now. So we have some coins in the Binance portfolio. This Binance portfolio started at 72. It went up to 94. It's now back at 88. Right now in Fantom, DOT, Uniswap, Cardano, Link, Doge, VET, ThorChain, Theta, T-Fuel, and a little bit of USD. What do we do?
I'm quite annoyed with DOT and Uni. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but let's not sell them because remember, DOT, 11 days, something happens.
Not DOT, Doge. Sorry, Doge.
I know what's going to happen with Doge. I
know. I love the portfolio. I don't want to change it.
As we sell it, it's going to come for us. But the one thing I don't have in this portfolio, I look at this portfolio and I say, there's nothing here that's going to give me 100x. There's not. Yeah. We need that one token
that's a 10x portfolio.
Or go to 100x. We don't have that in this portfolio.
So what's the in Binance that we can degen into?
Well, that's the problem. It has to be a Binance coin because I don't want to keep a MetaMask. Let's spend the rest of the day looking for what we can put in this portfolio to give us that 100x.
And I think maybe we must create a little degen wallet. We have all of our little degen coins.
What's up, Freddie? Ah, the one about Paribus. Oh, Fred says we got an angry tweet from the community. He's right. We got an angry tweet from the community because I tweeted. Let me quickly read you the tweet. We have to be very open with the community. We have to be very open with them. So there was this tweet from the community where I tweeted on the weekend that Paribus has been one of our best investments, and I'm very excited about what lies ahead. And I really do think that this is one of the best protocols out there, specifically working on Cardano. But then someone commented and they said, seriously, and you can't do this. You told us not to buy this 2 weeks ago, and you're going to tell us when to buy. Yes, because when something is up 40x, I'm not going to put the community up in a 40x coin. But if you're in already, then you don't sell it. So we were lucky because we stayed in. But did I think it was good to buy? No. I wouldn't put you into something that's run 40x, even if I think it's going to run another 40x, because it's too risky. So I've got to look after the community first. Also, crypto is the one place where there's always going to be opportunities, which means you mustn't chase an opportunity. So I'd rather make sure that you guys are safe than put you into unnecessary risk. So it's just, that's the attitude we have towards the community. Keep you guys safe first. I know there are some really good traders out there who don't mind taking risk, but the majority of people are not really aggressive traders. And when something has gone up 50x or 40x, then we chill. We don't ape into it, even if we think it's going to go up. But if you've got it, don't sell it. If you bought it earlier, don't sell it. What else, Fred? Okay, Fred said that's addressed. What else, Tentino?
That's it, buddy. It's the same ones. Chainlink breaking out right now. You know what I mean? All of these. So I'm seeing a massive, all of the ones we've been speaking about, Matic, RUNE, Solana. I'm just seeing a massive rampage. I'm literally seeing a whole.
Sure.
Do you want to get him where?
Can someone get hold of Mark Zuckerberg? And I want to see what.
Gotta take him to lunch. Yeah.
Can someone phone Mark Zuckerberg?
I'm on it.
We need to get him on the show. We need to get him on the show. He's a DJ, and you can see he's talking about NFTs in his metaverse. You can see DJ in his eyes. All right, if anybody knows how we can get hold of Mark, let us know. Otherwise, Fred, you've got your work cut out for today. I want him on the 10 a.m. EST show. Fred says no problem.
Yeah, no sweat.
No problem.
All right,
and, yeah, that's it. Then you know the last thing for me is I'm seeing $1 trillion enter the total 3 market in this month. So let's see. Let's see if I'm right.
So we've got to have our eyes focused now. We've got to be super focused because this month's going to run. And you know what's going to be the hardest thing for you in this month? The hardest thing is going to be just to sit on your hands and not do anything, because you're going to be so tempted to take profits. I mean, I took profits on something yesterday just because I'd made so much money. I took some profits and the thing went up like 30% today. The hardest thing in the world now is not to take profits on the way up. And the way that you're going to do it is you're going to set stop losses and you're going to respect your stop losses. Because if this is the hardest thing in the world. I remember it from 2017, is that you're making so much money that you just can't stop taking profits. And then it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. You have to get used to that because this market's going to go up so fast that you're just not going to be able to control yourself and you're going to want to take profits instinctively. And that's why we're going to talk about a take profit strategy. We will see you guys again later, 10 a.m. EST. It's going to be a massive fucking show. Don't miss it. See you then. Until then, trade well.
Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah, yeah. Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah, yeah. Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah, yeah. Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah.
Come on, Jimmy, do an eyebrow routine.
I'm still practicing.
But apparently you made a whole YouTube video about doing an eyebrow routine.
Eyebrow.
Yeah, come, do it.
The world's not ready. Give it a try.
Give it a try. Oh, really? The world's not great. Oh, yeah. Hold my beer.